happy to join with you today in what will go down in history as the greatest demonstration for freedom in the history of our nation.
Freedom, freedom, I can't move. Freedom, cut me loose. Oh, freedom, freedom, where are you? 'Cause I need freedom too. I break chains all by myself. Won't let freedom ride in hell. Freedom, freedom, I can't move. Freedom, cut me loose. Oh, freedom, freedom, where are you? 'Cause I need freedom too. I break chains all by myself. Won't let freedom ride in hell. Freedom, freedom, I can't move. Freedom, cut me loose. Oh, freedom, freedom, where are you? 'Cause I need freedom too. Freedom, freedom, I can't move. Freedom, cut me loose. Oh, freedom, freedom, where are you? 'Cause I need freedom too. I break chains all by myself. Won't let freedom ride in hell. Freedom, freedom, I can't move. Freedom, cut me loose.
Welcome to the 47th Annual Martin Luther King Jr. Community Leaders Celebration. I'm Reba Hollingsworth. This year, we come together to honor the legacy of Dr. King and celebrate the community leaders who have dedicated their time and their efforts in a lasting impact in Virginia.
The 47th Annual Martin Luther King Jr. Community Leaders Awards Celebration, sponsored by Virginia Union University and Dominion Energy.
Our theme is Educational Legacy, honoring the past, inspiring the future, as we recognize the vital contributions of Virginia's historically Black colleges and universities, HBCUs, and Richmond's educational institutions, including Virginia Commonwealth University, Virginia State University, Hampton University, Norfolk State University, Virginia University of Lynchburg, the University of Richmond, Bryant and Stratton College, and ECPI University. We hope you enjoy today's inspiring celebration.
Be a bush if you can't be a tree. If you can't be a highway, just be a trail. If you can't be the sun, be a star. For it isn't by size that you win or you fail. Be the best of whatever you are. Yes, our slogan must be, learn, baby, learn, so that we can earn, baby, earn.
Now, a word from Dr. W. Franklin Richardson, the chair of the Virginia Union University Board of Trustees.
I'm delighted to have this opportunity today to celebrate the great life of Martin Luther King Jr. Martin Luther King's life and his message intersects with the 160-year-old journey of Virginia Union University. The values that were the basis and focus of our starting as an institution are amplified in the messages and work and witness of Martin Luther King Jr. We continue his work while we do our own work. It is the work of bringing unity and hope and love and justice to our communities. We are delighted at Virginia Union University, and on behalf of the Board of Trustees, I want to welcome you into this moment of deep reflection and hopefully new conviction to be an effective force in the change our world needs. The times in which we live are times that require more than ever that we reach out to one another and demonstrate the love and dignity of the human spirit. God bless you. May you enjoy our sharing together today.
Here's a word from Dr. Hakeem J. Lucas, President and CEO of Virginia Union University.
Greetings to you, the families of the great Commonwealth of Virginia. Welcome to the 47th celebration of the vision of a beloved community of our Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. For 160 years, Virginia Union has used education as a platform for transforming lives and the community that we serve. We're excited about the opportunity to celebrate the power of education in our Commonwealth and particularly celebrating higher education. Education, as Dr. King would remind us in 1959 in a speech that he gave on the integration of schools in Georgia, education has the power to deepen and expand the power of our democracy and help us to understand what diversity, equity, and inclusion can do to make our society better. Today, we celebrate the colleges and universities in the city of Richmond and the historically Black colleges and universities of the Commonwealth. We thank you for joining us, and we look forward to working with you to create a beloved community.
Welcome back to the 47th Annual Martin Luther King Jr. Community Leaders Celebration.
Our first honoree is Bryant and Stratton College. Since its founding in 1854, Bryant and Stratton College has been dedicated to providing practical education that blends theory with real-world experience. King's dream is evident as seen in their diverse community of students with an unwavering drive for success.
Bryant and Stratton College has a rich history. We actually celebrated our 170th anniversary last year. We're a not-for-profit career college that has 17 locations plus an online division. As a career college, we offer certificates, diplomas, associate degrees, and bachelor's degrees, but only in programs of study that are in high demand in our community. Higher education is an empowering thing. No one can take away your education. And I think that higher education and places like Bryant and Stratton College allow students to see the opportunity.
Whatever I needed, whether it was to change classes from day classes to night classes, even online classes, they were there to help me through the way. They were there to say, hey, what is it that you need? So they were that helping hand that I need to navigate life.
For a lot of students, the journey really begins with encouragement. A lot of students that we work with are working adults, so they're coming to us with balancing life and family.
We consider ourselves champions of students. You know, about 80% of our students are actually female. And so we work very hard to be supportive. We're intrusive. We have smaller classes. We really get to know you because we want you to be successful.
Bryant and Stratton has always been a backbone for me. Bryant and Stratton didn't allow me to just stop at an associate. I was pushed and say, you can do this. What do you want to do next?
Most of our graduates are going to stay in this area. So it's really important that we are giving back to our community and being involved. We're very invested with our local employers because we're educating their future employees. So it makes it nice that we're able to do clinicals and do internships and then have our graduates actually hired into the Richmond community.
Dr. King talked about access. And when we think about access, you know, you go back to the platform for this speech, it was 100 years from the Emancipation Proclamation. And so when you think about what Dr. King represented specifically on this day with his speech, it was talking about equality. So when I think about Dr. King and what he's done and what he represented on this day with his speech, it was a representation that there's still more work to do. There's still access that's still needed. And so we are fortunate to work in the opportunity to be gatekeepers for people who are looking for education and to be able to offer them that opportunity. It feels great for us.
Dr. King wanted people to have a purpose and wanted to feel like they could belong. And I'm just so excited that Bryant and Stratton College offers so many students that purpose.
My name is Wanzuli Bruce Jr. I am a junior from Richmond, Virginia, and I'm a mass communications major. Here at Virginia Union University, we stand on a limitless future, and that's what Dr. Martin Luther King wanted for us, a limitless future. So his leadership and his role impacted us as Black young men and women to have that leadership and to have that role on the campus of Virginia Union University.
Welcome Welcome back to the 47th Annual Martin Luther King Jr. Community Leaders Celebration.
Our second honoree is ECPI University. Founded in Norfolk, Virginia in 1966, ECPI University demonstrated early on its commitment to forward-thinking, market-based curriculum, being among the first to offer classes in the growing field of computer programming. They continue their amazing work and legacy.
ECPI University is a career university. We have 18 campuses in 5 states plus online, and there's about 10,000 students, and primarily skills programs, from technology programs, nursing programs, as well as culinary arts. And we've been founded in 1966, so we're coming up on our 60th anniversary in a couple of years. Most of our students have been to college before, and they're looking for that second chance career. We really focus on skills, which I believe the times that we're in, skills-based programs and skills-based jobs really give people more security.
I was a barber prior to coming here, so I was a little apprehensive. I was a little afraid of the IT world, but everybody here treated me like family, and I grew real fast. I caught on real fast, and it's almost like I was meant to be here. Like it was, you know, it was in the stars.
Dr. King's dream, beloved community, for us is economic opportunity. So economic opportunity really is for everyone. One of the things that I think we do very well is allowing people from all economic levels and all, you know, races to be successful. We are the 5th most diverse school in the South.
I think staff should realize that what King really brought to the world was the fact that diversity could work. And as we look around the staff, I mean, we got all types of diversity. We got diversity from the Middle East, from the South, from the North of America, from the Midwest, all over the world. That was his dream, that everybody could contribute and be a part of a successful operation. And that's what ECPI represents.
We work with a lot of groups, we work with a lot of community organizations to help with promoting the ability for people to seek opportunity. And what does that opportunity look like? And no matter how many times somebody's been told that they couldn't do something, we really believe that everybody deserves that second or third chance.
Students should be grateful that he did have a dream, because we're knocking down doors and kicking in doors that we could never ever open before. And now a lot of these doors, we don't even have to knock on them, we don't even have to kick them down. They're being opened for us because of that one dream that Dr. King had.
We have to be vigilant in making sure that all communities are going to have those opportunities going forward, and they have the skills to be successful.
My name is Janiyah Andrews. My major is health sciences, and I'm a sophomore. Martin Luther King Jr.'s dream means to me that it gives us an opportunity for inclusion, equality, to where I'm not really limited to going to HBCU. And just in general, learning how to work through and be able to go to school and know that I'm well deserving of being in college and having a higher education just as much as anybody else.
Good. Welcome back to the 47th Annual Martin Luther King Jr. Community Leaders Celebration.
Our next honoree is Hampton University. Nestled along the banks of the Virginia Peninsula, this historic institution is steeped in tradition and is a dynamic, progressive place of higher education, providing a broad range of technical liberal arts and graduate degree programs. Graduates from Hampton have impacted every field all over the world.
Hampton University is an institution that was established in 1868. We were established as Hampton Normal and Agricultural Institute. And the institute was really founded to begin the education of freed men and women after the Civil War. Dr. King's dream of a beloved community is symbolized right here at Hampton University. Everything that we do at this university is all about community. And so it starts with our beautiful campus. You know, we're situated on a peninsula and we have very defined entry and exit points. It's all about the students that come here from all over the country. Last year's freshman class at Hampton University was from 39 different states, and we have students here from all 50 states and many nations around the world. And so it really is this melting pot of a global community that I think Dr. King would be so very proud of.
I'm an African-American finance major. You know, my work is in corporate America, which is white dominated. I'm able to go into those rooms with confidence, knowing that I have a chance, I have a fair shot.
When you think about African-American culture, its longevity is based on passing down the history orally. We don't have records. So when we talk about King and his speech and the letters that he's written, those things are actually very critical to us understanding the struggle today, and then making sure that we're part of the emancipation of our people tomorrow.
That dream of social mobility, equity, justice, all being played out in one place and then sending those souls out into the world to further that dream is still very, very much alive. And so I think higher education is a part of that dream. It's a part of what he talked about and thought about and emphasized as part of the beloved community.
The HBCU experience is very unique, mystical, hard to identify, hard to articulate. You just have to be in it. We have the lift as you climb, you know, mentality. When we embrace King's dream and the vision of the beloved community, we not only honor his legacy, but we also empower our students, faculty, and staff to be agents of positive change.
I think students, we have to remember that just because we're living in a society now that we're able to do what we want, it was not always like that. And there was a lot of hard work that was put in place years ago. So we got to remember to take advantage of the opportunities that we have now, because we didn't always have these opportunities.
Here at Hampton University, we honor Dr. King, we honor higher education, and we continue to honor what he meant to the United States of America and the world.
The next honoree is Norfolk State University. Founded in 1935 in the midst of the Great Depression, Norfolk State provided a setting in which empowers its students to turn their aspirations into reality and achieve their full potential as well-rounded and resourceful citizens and leaders for the 21st century.
Norfolk State University is entering its 90th year this year, 2025, and we are so excited for all that has happened for Norfolk State University and all the ways in which we have been able to move the needle on this institution. Really, our mission is about our students. It is about their success and how we are able to contribute to our community, to the city of Norfolk, the state of Virginia, and to the nation.
Norfolk State empowers me to live out my dream and Dr. King's dream by just everyday motivational speeches. Dr. J herself, she's the first female president here. Just that alone gives me the inspiration that I need to push past everything that I feel that would be an obstacle for me. So seeing her in the space that she is in definitely gives me the inspiration, as well as Dr. King's dream.
The experience has to match the academics by employing the right professors, the right faculty and staff, employing the right team to instill the message and the mission and the purpose of what Norfolk State is. Because don't get me wrong, there's so many HBCUs out there that delivers the exact same thing that Norfolk State is trying to deliver, but it's what Norfolk State sprinkles on top.
We refuse to believe that there are insufficient funds on the vaults of opportunity in this nation. And so that is our job. We want to make sure that our students have these opportunities so that they can also do the work.
It's really important that our students have the opportunity to think as Dr. King would have had them think about studying intensively and thinking critically. And that's really important for our institutions to teach students.
We don't want to stop our future engineers or our future doctors or our future teachers or lawyers from thinking of new ways to do things that this world says can't be done. And so we have to give them the opportunity to dream.
There are so many ways in which we're connected to the community, and it's important. It's important because it helps us to think about what is the gift that Norfolk State can be to our community.
I believe that Dr. King, he was a man that would be proud of the work that we have done.
Now is our time to take that dream and put that dream to action so that the next generations to come lives to see what it was that Dr. King was talking about.
My name is Rodney Delane Manning, Jr. I'm a finance and banking major. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s dream means a lot to me. As somebody who grew up with dreams of changing the world and dreams of leaving a positive impact on the world, studying his story, studying his life kind of just inspired me to kind of stay on that track of leading others and trying to better my community. And his dream is like a primary focal point in that movement. So that's why I tried my best to live out his dream to the best of my abilities.
Welcome back to the 47th Annual Martin Luther King Jr. Community Leaders Celebration.
Next up is the University of Richmond. Founded in 1830, this university prides itself on an ardent ambition that propels students past where others have stopped, a curiosity that pushes students to dig deeper, and instilling a determination in students to pursue goals with everything they have. Their diverse student population provides a unique learning environment that they are quite proud of.
The University of Richmond is a remarkable place. We have 4,000 students, 3,100 undergraduates, and we also have law students and business students and graduate students and some other programs. I think King's dream and the idea of a beloved community is perfectly consistent with the University of Richmond and an ethos that we really hold dear and concentrate on.
Here at the University of Richmond, we have something called the Student Center for Equity and Inclusion, also known as the SCEI. And I think that that space in particular on campus is where students feel like in charge to kind of like create their own community outside of having like a physical space. So we have like the multicultural space. They also like oversee a lot of our programming and events. And I think having just that space on campus for students to know like, okay, it's one of the spaces on campus that does not close, right? So you can just swipe in all access hours of the night. But then also the people that work in there, you can definitely tell that they don't do it just for the sake of it being a job.
How do we practice King's Dream year-round? Essentially, we live it each day, and you'll see it when you talk to an individual. It's really how they choose to live their life. They're not being forced to do it. So ways that we ensure that includes ensuring equity in education. We ensure that every student has the opportunities they need to be successful in their educational career. We ensure it in how we communicate with each other. Whether I'm interacting with our facilities staff, if I'm interacting with the President's Cabinet, I feel that everyone's voice is heard and that we value everyone's opinion as well is another way in which we live it each day throughout the campus community.
Part of our strategic plan thinks about what we call experiential learning and community engagement, and we're really serious about that. We have about 4,000 students. Last year, 1,263 of them had a meaningful community engaged experience related to a class. Plus we have students, for example, through our Bonner Center for Civic Engagement who are volunteering 10 hours a week, every week, while they're here in local community organizations, nonprofits, and others.
Dr. King's dream, when it comes to like thinking about beloved community, I think the central piece of that phrase begins with love, right? And what does love look like, right? It's transient of identity. Again, within the context of, Dr. King being around, a lot of it was centered around like race, but I think as time has gone on, we see that it's also beyond race, right? It's race, it's sex, it's gender, it's any part of your identity, and looking beyond that and really centering on that piece of community, knowing that like we are all one people, we are all the same, right? And granted, we might all look different, like we might have different socioeconomic statuses and different races and different beliefs as well, but that never negates the love that we should have for one another.
Our next honoree is Virginia Commonwealth University. Founded in 1838, the VCU community is more than 300,000 strong. They pride themselves on their graduates being ready to lead industries or disrupt them. Whether artists, engineers, doctors, or designers, they are coming together to reimagine the human experience and tackle the problems of tomorrow.
VCU is happy to be in Richmond along with VUU. VUU is a wonderful partner for us. VCU was chartered as one of the state's main research universities with a major medical center, so we're proud that we had the chance to take care of people, particularly people in need. The greatest thing about VCU is it really looks like America, right? So we have all the same diversity you see everywhere else in this country, and I'm really proud of it. We have pathways into this institution that would never have existed like they do today before Dr. King came along. So just think about Dr. King, civil rights, and how VCU came in right around that same time. And so this is an institution that is in many ways synonymous with everything that Dr. King taught us.
King's Dream shows up here at VCU through our embodiment of diversity, equity, and inclusion. That's something that really brought me to this campus, where it's not just, oh, we have diversity, these are the people, but these people have a say in VCU's like inner workings. These people are invited into tables, and their voices are not just amplified, but listened to.
Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., he understood the value of education, and that's what we embrace and embody every day. Part of being successful is to have an understanding of all of the people that you share society with. And those are some of the values that Dr. King taught us.
Faculty and staff, administration, we all should understand and live that dream, if for no other reason, because the essence of that dream is for us to care and support and love one another, but for us to do it as a community.
We have at one point counted that in a year, it's more than 1 million hours of service on the part of our students to people in our community. So we're really proud of the ways in which, as an entire large community in higher education, we're connected to the broader community that we live and are a part of.
We always say this is VCU within the Richmond community. And so I think one of the most important things that we do at this institution is we try to connect our students to resources within the community, whether it's internships, whether it's jobs, whether it's just shadowing professionals. We understand that the Richmond community is a vital part of the student experience.
We hear King's Dream, we just hear it, but we are not the ones putting action to it. We're the ones planning, we're the ones strategizing, the ones actually implementing things of his dream, which I would say is a goal once again.
Dr. Martin Luther King, he had one goal in his mind. He didn't let nobody stand in his way from achieving that goal. And that's what being a leader is. Being a leader is helping out others, showing people what your vision is and doing that. Showing people how they can help and showing people what they can do to help. Showing people that they can amount and do anything. So me being a leader, not only in the classroom, out the classroom, on the basketball court, being a leader just it helps me help my teammates, my friends, like, you can do this and we're gonna do it and we're gonna get it done.
Welcome back to the 47th Annual Martin Luther King Jr. Community Leaders Celebration.
Next up is Virginia State University. Founded in 1882, VSU has a long history of outstanding faculty and administration. Part of their mission is to support students through graduation and beyond, thereby changing the economic outlook of families for generations to come. They continue to develop leaders that are equipped with the knowledge, skills, and disposition to be globally competitive while remaining civically engaged.
Virginia State University was founded in 1882 to educate the sons and daughters of formerly enslaved Africans, the first public HBCU in the Commonwealth of Virginia. We're very proud of our mission of educating young people. Today we're about 5,600 students with a myriad of academic and athletic programs. We're proud to be Virginia State University. Higher education is so important. King himself, a graduate at 16 years old with his bachelor's degree, then going on to get his divinity degree. The way that he was educated, the way he led the movement with a sense of education means that our HBCUs are so incredibly important. It's our job to continue to graduate and put out leaders in the community that can change the world.
Here at Virginia State, we live Dr. King's dream each and every single day. And one thing we do is collaborate. We're all united in everything that we do. And we live Dr. King's dream by collaborating with one another, but also collaborating with the different entities that we have here on campus.
Here at Virginia State, faculty and staff show up through community, emulating King's dream, right? So we work together. One of the projects that we're working on now is working through communication, collaboration, and innovation as faculty and staff, working together, understanding our roles and responsibilities, and really fostering community for each other.
Virginia State University creates an environment for student success. It's hiring the best faculty and staff that we can. Faculty and staff that care about young people and that want to see these young people succeed. And then we try to put them in a situation, all of our young people, where they get a chance to work with each other to become better than their singular part.
It's really important as a legal counsel to fight for justice, to continue to teach the students to be empowered through academics, to educate them on our history, understanding our history and why they're even here today and have the privileges that they have now.
We firmly believe in educating young people, making sure that we put them out to do the best that they can do, but also being an integral part of a community, whether it's education, economic development, or community development.
Now a musical selection performed by the Virginia Union University Choir.
Everything will be alright.
at Virginia Union University, I am the 90th Student Government Association President of the student body. And here, myself and the students, we are prevalent on kind of branching out and getting involved in as many things as possible, whether it's through internships, creating businesses, or doing anything we can to further our success and further close the wealth gap in our communities and in the world. So Martin Luther King's dream kind of inspires a lot of us, including myself, to try new things and try to accomplish different goals and try to push boundaries and push barriers that previously couldn't be able to be pushed. So.
Special thanks to the Martin Luther King Jr. Community Leaders Award Silver sponsors, Wells Fargo, McGuire Woods, and Centera.
We're spending a lot less time behind that desk and in this studio because our office is out here in the community where we can hear your voice and tell your stories.
Special thanks to the Martin Luther King Jr. Community Leaders Awards bronze sponsors, Altria, Henrico County, CarMax, Virginia State University, and MediaTek.
Where can you watch football and play golf at the same time? At Anytime Golf, the premier indoor modern golf club that's now open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week in Richmond and Charlottesville. Work with live pros and play the PGA, LPGA, 40-foot putting greens in over 270 golf courses worldwide. Call now and schedule your $25 tee time today. Experience golf like never before. Anytime, anywhere at Anytime Golf.
Special thanks to these community sponsors. Their support makes the Martin Luther King Jr. Community Leaders Awards possible. Thank you.
Serious injury? Call Jeff McDonald and Associates, 888-8888.
Help make wishes come true. Join CBS 6 and support Make-A-Wish. Together we can create life-changing wishes for Virginia children with critical illnesses.
Welcome back to the 47th Annual Martin Luther King Jr. Community Leaders Celebration.
Our final honoree is the Virginia University of Lynchburg. This historic institution was founded in 1886 to meet the growing demands for better educated and trained ministers, missionaries, and public school teachers. To this day, they continue to recognize the possibilities in every human being and to maximize the gifts of the individual. VUL lives out King's dream of beloved community each and every day.
Virginia University of Lynchburg is an amazing place where minds are being developed who often come here so that they can have a chance to prove who they are.
VUL is the oldest institution of higher learning here in the city of Lynchburg. It was founded in 1886, and it's the only HBCU in the city of Lynchburg. And so our history spans generations. She stands as a beacon of hope in the African American community.
Higher education is so important. Dr. King often said that there are two purposes for education: critical thinking and moral development. Education without character is like a ship traveling without a compass. And so higher education gives persons an opportunity to refine their thinking and develop into their greater selves morally.
I learn from individuals here every day, professors, all faculty and staff, and even the students. Every day I come here, it's just a wonderful challenge of reaching out to the young people and giving them things that they need.
I think faculty, staff, and students should always keep in mind the dream of Martin Luther King because our community is forever evolving. In order to grow and be productive, you have to keep an open mind. You have to be a perpetual student, in essence, which means you're constantly learning. Things in the world are constantly changing, and we have to be ready to adapt on a dime.
We here at Virginia University of Lynchburg have a number of ways in which we keep King's dream alive, reclaim the dream. During the month of January, our professors give lectures, giving students an opportunity to understand how Vernon Johns, how Martin Luther King changed the world. We also go into our schools. We have a rich partnership with Lynchburg Public Schools, and many of our student athletes and persons like myself go into the schools. We speak in the schools for Martin Luther King Day activities.
It's important to go back and see the people, the forefathers that fought for you and gave you equal opportunity that you see today. It's easy for things like that to get away from you because a lot of us didn't have to go through what they went through at that time. So we just get to read about it and see pictures about it and things like that. But to actually be in those times and to have embarked on the journey that they did, just to see it through and have the vision for where we can be at today, to be able to go to any school you want, to drink out of any water fountain you want to use any restroom you want to, sit in the front of the school bus or however.
We try to help every student here to recognize that your college experience is to inform you, to expand your thoughts, so that you can go out and help other people live the dream that King had. We're still working hard, and one day we'll get there.
Today has been a day of reflection and inspiration. We have honored the legacy of Dr. King and recognized these amazing institutions that continue to shape the future of education and community in Virginia and beyond.
We have overcome, we have overcome. Deep in my heart, I did believe we would overcome someday.
We shall overcome. We shall overcome. We shall overcome someday. Deep in my heart, ooh, I do believe we shall overcome someday. And we will live in peace. We will live in peace. Oh, we will live in peace someday. Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe that we shall overcome someday. I hope you believe it, that we shall overcome someday. I know we will overcome
Thank you for joining us to celebrate the values that Dr. King has fought for: equality, justice, and education for all.
Thanks for watching the 47th Annual Martin Luther King Jr. Community Leaders Celebration, sponsored by Virginia Union University and Dominion Energy.